Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's video is going to be about the three different exams, the PLAB, USMLE and the MRCP. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lavanya and I am currently working in the UK as a medical registrar. I personally didn't do the PLAB exam because I graduated in the UK. However, I did do some research on the exam and looked at some sample questions in order to make this video today. With regard to the USMLE, in my fourth year of medical school, I did seriously consider doing the USMLE. I got all the books, started preparing for the exam and everything, but after about 6 months into it and after looking into the exam in more detail, I decided not to go ahead with it. I said goodbye to my American dream and was just happy to live and work here. Let's look at the PLAB versus the USMLE. PLAB is the licensing exam for doctors wishing to work in the UK, and USMLE is the licensing exam for doctors wishing to work in the US. Although they are both technically a licensing exam, they are honestly very different. I will try and summarize the differences as best as I can. The USMLE has three parts. Step 1, which consists of basic science SPA questions. Step 2, which consists of clinical science SPA questions. Both the Step 1 and 2 have around 300 questions each, and each exam is around 9 hours. The third part is called Step 2 CK, and it is a 12-station OSCE over 8 hours. PLAB, on the other hand, consists of only two parts. Part 1, 180 SPAs over 3 hours, and Part 2, which is an OSCE consisting of 18 stations over 3 hours. Honestly, just looking at the number of questions and the duration of the exam, you can tell that the USMLE is definitely more intense. Next, let's look at the cost. I will use US dollars here just for the sake of convenience. In total, the USMLE will cost you around 25k USD, while the PLAB will cost you around 7,500 USD. The other difference, which I think is very important, are the scores. So the scores for the USMLE do matter. It will make a difference on which specialty you are matched to. So if you want to be matched to a competitive residency program like dermatology or neurosurgery, you will need to have a very high score. On the other hand, the scores for the PLAB exam does not matter. As long as you pass, you will be eligible to work in the UK and can then apply to any specialty program you are interested in. When it comes to specialty training applications, the PLAB score itself does not matter. You don't even need to mention or disclose it on your application. The other major comparison is the ease of getting a job once you have completed the licensing exam. You have spent all the time and effort and also a lot of money to do the exam. All of it will only be worth it if you get to work in the US or the UK. Last year, only 60% of IMGs got a match in the US. On the other hand, 100% of IMGs get a job in the UK after passing the PLAB. Next, let's look at the preparation time for both exams. From the research that I have done and by speaking to doctors who have done both the exams, the PLAB is relatively easy to prepare for. You can easily prepare for the exam within 1 to 3 months. Also, most doctors are able to prepare for the exam while they are working. This is partly due to the fact that the exam itself is relatively easier compared to the USMLE. Most doctors take around 6 to 12 months to prepare for the USMLE Step 1, and it is very hard to revise for the exam while you are working. I must mention that in terms of specialty training, because the training pathway is different for the US and the UK, once you get a match after the USMLE, you are essentially in specialty training. However, once you have completed the PLAB, you will normally get a trust grade job in the UK. A trust grade job is essentially a non-training job, but nevertheless, it is a good place to start to gain experience working in the UK. Then after 6 to 12 months, you can apply for specialty training. Now just a little bit about the MRCP and the PLAB. Essentially, if you have completed the MRCP, you do not need to do the PLAB. With the MRCP, you can apply for GMC registration and work in the UK. This also applies if you have completed other approved UK postgraduate qualifications like the MRCOG, the MChem, FRCS, and the MRC Psych. I will leave a link to the full list down below. There are also some overseas postgraduate qualifications that are recognized by the GMC, and so you don't have to sit for the PLAB if you have already done one of those. The MRCP is a membership exam for specialty training in the UK. MRCP is only needed if you want to get into one of the medical specialties. Compared to the PLAB, the MRCP exam is a lot harder, takes a longer time to prepare, and it is also much more expensive. It is also a purely medicine-based exam. You won't be tested on obs and gynae, pediatrics, orthopedics, or surgery. You will find that the MRCP PACES is a lot harder to do if you have not had any work experience in the UK. Also, if you are thinking of specializing in other specialties like general practice, obs and gynae, surgery, pediatrics, psychiatry, you do not need the MRCP, so you might want to consider what specialty you want to do before committing to do the MRCP. That is all for my video today. I hope you guys found this useful. If you have any other questions about the exams, please leave it in the comments down below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!